Hey everybody, this is John. Welcome to the free video. What a fun and crazy day with earnings. Okay, so obviously, so there's really three things that happened yesterday that are noteworthy. First, Apple beat expectations in terms of, people were actually expecting something pretty bad. Expected move was 340. We're up 2x that, okay? So then the question becomes, how do you play that, right? And then from there, we had Twitter, which we saw from this Twitter trade was one of the easiest ones that we'd ever done. And what's nice is when you have the right tools, it just becomes very simple to do. For Twitter, we looked at our tool and just said, wow, of the last 3 years, there's only 2 gap ups, and we're consistently gapping down. I know, let's sell calls. And then the third thing to keep in mind is that whenever a big stock, when anytime a large market cap stock like Apple has a big move, it takes a little while for the futures to catch up with it. So that gave us 3 plays. For Twitter, very simple. We sold the at-the-money call credit spread, bought back the short call for a nickel, and made max profit on the trade. Okay, that was very simple. And then for Apple, this one was a lot of fun. Once a stock goes through the expected move, there's a lot of things that you can do. Combination of option plays, even bought some of the stock, and at the end of the day, netted $13,000 on the Apple earnings trade. So what happens is when a big stock goes through its expected moves, the futures are always late to react to it. So we're able to buy NASDAQ futures, S&P futures, and I also did the Dow futures since Apple's part of the Dow. Held them overnight with tight stops because, the way this works is they kind of keep on going. We woke up this morning and just sold them out at the open. And that was good for, ended up being a little over, I think it was like 13, by the time they went up a little bit more, but $13,000. But that's part of kind of the cycle of earnings plays, okay? Now, the markets are closed, so how did the earnings plays that we did today, how did those cycle out? What can we expect for tomorrow? Of course, the big news was Facebook. Now, I want to keep something in mind here. Facebook had a great run into the close. Now, on Monday, we bought Delta 30 options on Monday, and we were able to sell those today in most instances for about an 80% gain. We sold most of those, like 90% of them, before the earnings came out because you don't really want to hold a bunch of long calls in earnings, and then we sold some put spreads. Now, this is a big move. I won't argue that, but it's the expected move, okay? Because it was the expected move, 7 points, we didn't do the futures on this one. Remember, Apple was 2 times the expected move. All right, so for Facebook, we sold our long earnings. We had our long calls, the 126 call, the 125 call, the 132 call. We were able to sell that for 100%, which was great. And at this point, it'll be worthless in the morning. Booked some very healthy profits on that. And then after hours, I decided to hold 10 of the 121 calls after hours. And if we open up at 130, that'll be a healthy profit on that. They'd be around $9 or so that's not bad. But it's not worth risking a lot on that. It's a crapshoot a little bit. Now the safer trade here was to sell the at-the-money put spread for $1.30 in the morning. That should expire worthless, assuming we open up here, and we've just got an order to buy back the short strike at a nickel. Okay, so you've seen all of the earnings plays so far. The earnings class that we've done, it kicked off today. We had some great trades in Facebook, and we did our first class this afternoon, Wednesday, from 2 to 3, and it continues tomorrow morning from 8:20 to 10:30. Now, I think the most active one is going to be tomorrow's session on Thursday, where we've got Amazon, Google, Win, ExxonMobil, and a number of others. Thursday is going to be a full day. So if you're looking at this going like, wow, I hadn't seen this before, or I definitely want to get involved in this, not too late to add it because you can see the recording. And then Thursday is going to be pretty much an all-day session where we have the morning session. For session 1, we transition, we take time for lunch, go to the gym for a workout, and then transition into session 2, and then, bring it home Friday morning to manage those trades, which will be a lot of fun. And of course, if you're interested in all 4, there is a discount available. If you're a gold member, there's additional discount available. Just email us, and you can get that support@simplertrading.com. And also that indicator that I showed you actually comes with this, is included in this package. All right. So my goal with these classes, I can't guarantee it, but it's happened. I've had a couple of people tell me in this class that it's for the last 10 classes they've taken, the trades in the class have more than paid for the class. And many of the people in today's class actually paid for the entire 4-session class just with today's trade. So we're going to continue on this tomorrow. This is why you trade options, to understand and play earnings in non-risky ways and take advantage of what's going on in the markets. All right. You guys have a good night, and we'll see you at the next update.